Here we go. I think I've got it this time. We're hoping. Here we go. I think I've got it this time. We're hoping. Okay, so whoever's here is here. That's awesome. I'm here, and I just will get this going. This is the first time I've ever done a live stream like this. So if I ramble on or otherwise sound just completely stupid, please let me know because I don't know any better. So that being said, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your lives to listen to anything I have to say. That means more to me than I can really express. And secondly, I don't want to say for those of you who don't know me, because I hope all of you know me, but I'm Ashley Sepula. I have been a Beachbody coach for almost 2 years, but not until very recently have I actually decided that this is what I'm going to be doing. So this is now what I'm going to be doing. Also, I'm a mom. I have 2 little kids. My son is 5. My daughter is 2.5. And I'm hoping they're going to bed for their dad right now. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so we're all here for a variety of reasons, but I kind of wanted to what I'm going to do is just kind of go over what I call like the pain points. And I figured I would just kind of speak straight and like off the cuff to you guys as I drink water. Because I want to be as genuine and authentic as possible. So basically, not like I said, not going to take up too much of your time. My goal is to have everybody off here by 9:30. I'm looking at my phone. Yes. Okay. Have everybody off here by 9:30. We should be good. Okay. So here's what we're going to start with. First of all, what is a coach? What does that even mean? Basically, a coach is a person who is like the ultimate cheerleader or supporter or motivator for other people that we meet or we already know. And basically, and I say cheerleader in the sense that you don't need to be a trainer. You don't need to be a dietitian. You don't need to be somebody who has ever gone to the gym in their life, because I went like 3 times and it scared the crap out of me because I just got super anxious about working out on machines that I didn't know how to use. So, that being said, that's what a coach is by definition. And as a part of that, to talk to other people, we share our own stories, our own journey, where we're at. And it's just a really awesome way to kind of grow as an individual and also just pay it forward and really have something to tie yourself to so that you feel that you have a passion for what you're doing and a purpose. And that's really why this means so much to me, and that's why I'm sitting here right now. So that's kind of what a coach is. As most of you have probably already figured out, Beachbody is the company that makes these fantastic workout programs. I have a whole, look at, like, here's a pile of them. These are ones that aren't even open. Oh. But P90X, 21 Day Fix, Pio's there, several others, T25 are all these fantastic at-home workout programs that basically were developed over the last 15 years. And, well, no more than 15, actually 17 now. Wow. And they're primarily sold in infomercials. So they're still sold on infomercials. So I am not a salesperson or a billboard for Beachbody. That is not my job. That is not my business. That's their business. They spend a lot of money on that. So that's not one thing that we're here to do. Actually, not at all. And the less you talk about things like this, the better, because that's not me. That's Beachbody. So these are just resources that I don't have to have these on hand. These are my personal copies, right? We don't have inventories. We don't have a certain amount of money we need to pay to have a certain amount of inventory. And they do all of that. They do the warehousing, the shipping, the packaging, all of that stuff, the tracking, the monitoring. That has nothing to do with us, because they really want us to be focused on the person and not, making sure the semantics of getting people products is what's important, because that's not what we're here for. So essentially, the reason they decide to have coaches, like why have coaches, the Beachbody Powers That Be decided about, I think we're going on like 8 years now, that in addition to, I mean, they'd had a ton of success with these infomercial things, right? We've all seen them at late at night, made millions of dollars, but realized quickly that their niche was, customers sharing what they did with other customers. And quickly they realized, okay, we need to like connect these people on a network level. And that's literally kind of how the whole idea of being a coach and Team Beachbody, which is independent of Beachbody corporate, if you will, came into existence. And that's really the core of it, and it continues to be that. So why have coaches? Coaches are the third piece in that puzzle that people are generally looking for. People who say, hey, I've tried everything. They may have tried a ton of different programs. They're going to a gym and never, or, diets and things like that, never seen the results that they really, really, really were looking for. And in this case, they found kind of the perfect combination. You have these fantastic fitness programs that you can literally do anywhere. That can meet all varieties and levels of people. Then they all come with a nutrition plan that is now so simple and basic, anybody can get it. And then the biggest component, and Shakeology is a part of that as well, but we'll talk about that later. And don't overwhelm you. And then there's this component of a coach, right? So that gives you the accountability, the support, the motivation, the bubble, the connection to belong to. And that's really where we see people succeeding and having amazing results and transforming their lives. So that's really why they decided to have coaches. So on top of that, what exactly do I do every day, or I'm moving my screen because it looks weird, every day or every month, whatever. It's very simple, and don't let yourself overcomplicate it. But basically, what I do primarily is every month I run at least one challenge group, which is like an accountability group. And primarily it's run through Facebook. We also have an app we can use. And basically we just do 28 to 30 days of, everybody can do programs, but basically we're all in it together. And that most definitely includes me, because that's how I even get close to staying on track, is from being in a group, because we check in with each other every day. It only takes a couple extra minutes, but everybody's doing a program, and everybody should be drinking Shakeology at least once a day. And I'm doing daily posts and things like that. That's what challenge groups are. So they're kind of a smaller network of the bigger idea of what coaches are. And that's kind of the primary core of our business and what we do. And what the interaction that comes from that is we're talking to people, we're sharing our story on social media or in other ways, and just being true to ourselves and true to our story and true to our journey. And you'd be surprised that there are people out there that you didn't know were out there who really just get you. And it's a fantastic feeling to meet those people. And you guys are a perfect example of that. Like, people that just see the world very similar to the way that you do. And that's what makes a great team, which is why, again, those of you that are here. Because a small group is a good group, in my opinion. So that being said, anyone who decides to actually take this on, the first thing I'll have you do is I'm going to plug you into a challenge group, unless you've already been a part of one. Before I put you into coach training, before we'll have an initial phone call, but after that, it would be a challenge group first, so that you can see exactly what it looks like, understand it, gain some familiarity with a workout program or Shakeology or both, and really be able to build your own journey and start this, so you have something that you feel like you can kind of put out your feelers and share with other people to see if they're on your level. So the next thing that I'm going to go over is basically, oh my gosh, I'm right on schedule. I'm going to go over kind of some common misconceptions, or even, I don't know if you want to call them Q&As, that I get, or primarily that I had when I first started coaching or first started considering coaching. The first one being is being a Beachbody coach, is being part of Team Beachbody the same as being part of a pyramid scheme? The answer is no. I would hope that was obvious, because I'll give you a few reasons. Water first. Number one, a pyramid scheme is illegal. We all know that. Number two, a pyramid scheme indicates obviously that only the person who gets in first and is at the top is going to be guaranteed any level of financial reward or success. That is not the case. This is a completely lateral and completely vertical business model. It is called network marketing for a reason because nobody's network is a pyramid. And that being said, nobody gets any sort of kickback from having a coach join their team. That's not how we make money at all. And everyone's, level of success is determined purely by their own actions. Yes, they can benefit from the larger success of the team, but we won't go over that now. But you aren't impacted in the sense of anybody below or above you dictating the success or failure of your business. So that's how I would explain that. If you need more info, I'm happy to give it to you. That's just the short answer. Another common misconception: I am a salesperson. Actually, no, I'm not. And I don't want to be because that's gross. And nobody wants to be. A salesperson is icky, and that's not what we're here to be. In my opinion, being a salesperson is you're trying to push something on people that they don't need or want. And I never do that. If somebody doesn't need or want something, I'm not going to push it on them. I will wait until the time is right for them, if it is right for them. And that's fine, because that just means there's more people out there for me to talk to and help. So don't think of it as that. We don't have quotas or minimum numbers or anything where they're like, hey, we're going to kick you off because you didn't sell enough of X, Y, or Z this month. Absolutely no way, not a thing. So like I said earlier, if you also are a person, you're like, hey, I don't have a success story. Like I haven't lost 20 or 30 pounds with a Beachbody program, or I'm not really an exercise person, or I don't exercise at all. I'd be like, awesome, preach, because that's exactly who I am. And I say am because I don't love working out, but I've learned to appreciate it and accept the value that it has in many areas of my life. So everybody has a story. Yours may not be the same as anybody else's, but the point is that it's yours and that you own it and that you are sharing it. That's what matters. Because people want to relate to you, and nobody can relate to someone who is perfect, and nobody can relate to someone who has already, kind of come through the fire, I guess, and thinks like, oh, I can just pull everyone through with me. No, we're all in it together. So don't think of it as that. If you feel like you're just, you don't really know anything about social media, awesome. Again, none of us do or did either. We have an amazing, amazing, amazing set of training materials and tools that everybody, all the way up, because my upline is the top coach in the company, we get, we have a straight funnel to everything that's new, everything we're changing, because corporate doesn't generate these things for us. They're just starting to, though every team was doing it themselves. So we have just this like awesome training program, and every resource and every question you could ever imagine. Somebody has had it and there is an answer to it. And if you don't like that answer, there's another answer to it and we'll make it work. So don't feel like you need any sort of experience with social media or that you need to be somebody who has thousands of friends on Facebook. Absolutely not the case. Because it is your network. So it's up to you if you want to add people to your network to grow your business, then that's awesome. But if you're like, hey, I'm going to work through talking to some of the people I know before I go out there and try to add people that I don't really know or come out of my bubble a little bit, fine. That's why it's your business. And the next kind of last one of these, as I'm sure most of you can relate with, the feeling of being concerned that other people are going to be annoyed by you, or you're going to bother them, or they're going to think that you're wacky and loony. That is a completely normal feeling and a completely normal experience, because I've learned this many times over now. This is not a traditional profession for a lot of people. It definitely isn't for me. I'm sure I probably told most of you this, but I have my master's in social work. Like, I went to college, I went to grad school, I got married, I bought a house, I had kids, I did what we were supposed to do. And I was feeling like a really crappy person because inside I felt extremely unfulfilled and unsatisfied, and I felt really, really guilty because I know that I have a fantastic family, a fantastic home, I had a great job, but I didn't feel like I was serving my purpose. And now I know what my purpose is, and it's changed everything in my life. So are there still things that some people say or do that make me feel bad for a split second? Yes. because I'm human and I care about what other people think about me. We all do. But um, when you get to the point where you realize what you really want out of this and what you really want out of your life, I guess, then you suddenly have a greater level of strength to block block that out a little bit, and you know, not necessarily be mean, but the judgment of others quickly won't matter to you because you know that you're doing something that you love and that you're helping other people, and that's what matters. So, hope that helped. Couple more things and then we're done. Woohoo! Let me check the clock again. Oh, again, I'm just so on schedule right now. This is awesome. Okay, so how do we earn money as coaches? There's a variety of ways, and again, I won't get into this in super detail right now, but we do earn commissions if we have someone who chooses to get a challenge pack from us to get into a challenge group. Challenge pack is a 30-day supply of Shakeology, an entire workout program that we help them find. And don't worry, you don't need to be a product expert of any kind. I'm definitely still not. You'll quickly find that it's really easy to get the information that you need from either somebody else or another resource. So don't feel like you need to memorize some sort of catalog. You don't ever have to go into anybody's house, that kind of thing. So, yes, that we earn money commissions off of that. We earn 25% commission off every challenge pack we sell. And we earn commission if somebody decides to just purchase Shakeology as well, because that's what's called a continuity product, which in many cases, you know, some people, Rachel, I've known for a long time now, and she's like one of my diehard like rock star Shakeology lovers, just like I am, like hardly ever misses a day because she has seen what it's done for her health, and those are the people that you're going to be so happy you have in your circle in your life, because they're going to get it, and you'd be surprised, like once you are participating in these behaviors and these things every day, and your body is feeling different and the way you think about yourself is feeling different, it's will come very naturally and very easily to share these things with others because you're living it. And you know, once you start seeing results as far as like from a fitness perspective, it's addicting, and in a good way. And when you have more energy because you're taking care of your body from a nutrition perspective and giving it what it needs every day, needs underlined, you'll feel different and you'll want to tell people about it. So it's a natural thing. And so that being said, sorry, I went on a tangent. We also earn income from what's called team cycle bonuses, which totally different thing, but you can really earn a lot that way. And, you know, for lack of a better explanation, there is literally an unlimited possibility for financial success with this type of business model, which is why I feel like we're probably seeing so much of it now. And it's because everybody knows that they want something more. And for some people, you know, that's connected in different ways. But, you know, we can't pretend like the financial aspect of it isn't part of the, you know, the perk of it. You know, to be able to know someone personally, which I do, who retired themselves and their husband from full-time work by the time they were both 31, and now at age 33 has paid off all of their student loan debt, owned their home free and clear, I should say, and then moved to the most amazing, beautiful dream home of their dreams before they were 35, is astounding to me. That in 4 years, that's the kind of opportunity that this type of business model yields, because success is not a limited resource. And I know a lot of people assume success means financial wealth. That's a huge part of it, but just remember, it's not a limited resource. Someone else doing good doesn't mean that other people have less to get. It's not the case at all. So think of it from that perspective, and literally the possibilities are limitless. So last couple of things. And we do get awesome rewards and prizes every month. I actually am paying for, through my work, a trip to Punta Cana in April next year for my husband and I. We've never been on a honeymoon, so it'll be our honeymoon, and pretty much Beachbody is paying for it because they're just taking the money that's coming in and they put it towards my portion of the trip, and they pay for everything else. So that's pretty exciting too. So okay, last couple things, and I need to drink more water. Woo. Okay. I hope everyone's hanging up. Last couple things. So the way somebody explained this to me makes sense. There are 3 types of coaches. One, what we call a discount coach. So that's somebody who has a coach account, but they are just using that account to utilize the 25% off everything and cheaper shipping and faster shipping, which is awesome because probably, I believe it's about 80-85% of coaches in the network are discount coaches. Perfectly awesome, perfectly fine. They're kind of like your loyal or preferred customers, if you want to think of it that way. The second kind of coach is what we kind of call like a hobby or a part-time coach. Perhaps you work a full-time job like I have for the entire time I've been a coach. Even though I didn't consider it my hobby because I worked it every day. But a hobby is like somebody who, they like the products. They get them they get Shakeology regularly or something, but they're not somebody who's, here and there they might do a challenge group or invite some friends to do it with them and they'll get a little commission check, but that's about it. And they're fine with it. And that's fine. And then the third type of coach is what we kind of call a builder or a business builder, which is definitely what I consider myself to be. And these are people who are like, okay, like I really want to see if I can make this work for me. And I really want to take my life in a different direction and tell me what to do. And, and those are the people that, I get plugged in right away. And, like I said, we put you in a challenge group and just, be in it together and just start like pulling things apart and putting them back together and charging full steam ahead towards your goals and your dreams, because that's what I'm doing every day. And I'd love to have company. So that's kind of what the 3 types of coaches are. So before I wrap up here, I want to definitely give you like kind of some next steps, action items. That's just kind of how my brain works. So the first one is based on kind of what I just explained of those 3 types of coaches. What do you see yourself as? And once you do kind of correlate yourself with something like that, kind of what about it appeals to you? Why do you want to be a coach? And I say that purely so that you can start to kind of internally analyze some of those things and really think about, what do I really want? If this opportunity is in front of me, and the tools that I need to be successful are in front of me, what do I really want out of this? What's going to drive me when I don't feel like doing anything? What's going to drive me? What is something that I absolutely cannot look back on my life and live without? And when you really start to kind of dig into those things, you'll find very quickly that it'll be evident to you where your purpose and where your passion are. So I encourage you to do that. And then lastly, I am going to give all of you guys who don't already have it my phone number and my cell phone number. And if anybody, I guess the next step would be I'll give everybody my phone number because I would like to individually connect with each one of you on the phone, or on like a live video, where I can see you and we can talk, sometime within the next 7 days. So between this Thursday and next Thursday, I'd like to talk to every single person who watches this, who tuned into it, who accepted the event, and just have a conversation with you and just find out, like, even if it's like, hey, like, I'm so glad that you put that on and that you were, just out there being alive and your weird self, but I don't think I, want to do this, or this doesn't excite me, or whatever. That's fine. And like I said, I gave you just a very watered down snippet kind of what a coach is versus what a coach isn't. And just scratch the surface of a lot of the benefits and rewards that I personally have already reaped from this, and that, like my coach Shannon and her upline, they've done phenomenal things in a very short period of time. 3 or 4, between 2 and 3 years, both of them completely changed their lives and the lives of their families. So it's kind of, for that purpose, it's a very big deal because I have little kids. I want to be around them while they still want to be around me. And that's a huge, huge, huge factor. And I just want to take all, I've always wanted to help people. I went to school for social work, like I said. So I want to be able to take those skills and utilize them in a way that excites me. And so those are the kind of the two big reasons why I'm at where I'm at right now. So I'm going to share that with you. But yes, I will be posting my phone number. Think about what kind of coach you would like to be, if you would like to be, and then I 100% would be incredibly honored, like I said, to have a phone call with each and every one of you sometime over the next 7 days to kind of go over things and discuss what you think will work for you, or if you have questions that you didn't want to ask in a different setting, you can ask them to me then. So I'm really looking forward to this. I hope I didn't ramble on too badly. I was incredibly nervous. I literally had I didn't have even a page of notes. I just had an outline. So I kind of pulled all this out of my butt. And I hope that I excited you, I informed you, and now I won't take up any more of your time because it's 9:29. Holy crap, you guys. Literally right on schedule. Wow. All right. Peace and love. I will talk to hopefully each and every one of you this week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.